morning, good afternoon and good evening. Today we've got a bit of a different one, as every video is different. However, this is a personal problem that I am having to bring to work, and it sort of ties in quite nicely with a chap that is doing some work with us in the background on YouTube. However, I've been having a nightmare. This particular car, in all of its nice shiny glory, belongs to my good lady, and there is a reason why it looks like this. So, you will notice there's a bit of a mark. Apologise for the shoes, by the way. I know I've got a little bit of a trying to be cool vibe. It's because I brought my motorbike home last night, so my actual trainers have been... I'm trying to be cool. Anyway, you'll notice there's a large mark on the front of this Audi. This perfectly beautiful Audi that we just ceramic coated about a month before this happened. Basically, what happened is my good lady was on a country road and there's a little humpback bridge. The car in front of her got to the top of the bridge and rolled backwards into her front bumper. Or so she tells me. But I do believe her. Joke aside, she's very, very honest, my missus. Painfully so at times. However, it's obviously caused quite a bit of damage. Now, she took the details off the bloke that caused this damage and gave the details to me, kindly, for me to try and deal with. Now, what I've been trying to do is avoid insurance because she's on my fleet policy, because I'm kind and generous like that. Now, I rung the bloke, had a conversation with him. He was very, very off about the situation, and I suspect it's because he realised that there were no cameras involved. And what he started hinting at was, are you sure she didn't go into the back of me? Now, I know she didn't, because she would have told me. This car has not had a totally rough life, but there are certain parts of it that haven't been forgiven in car parks. And she's happy to admit it. As soon as I spot the damage, which normally takes me a week or two, I go, oh, what's that? She'll go, oh, hit a child, or whatever it might be. Anyway, so this wasn't her, 100% wasn't her. And unfortunately, the bloke that reversed into her started being a little bit of a git about it. So what we've had to do is back off, because simply this goes to insurance. We've got a problem that essentially the front of her car's damaged, the back of his car, albeit it was a tow bar, isn't damaged. What's likely to have happened? If you're an insurance person, what's most likely to have happened? So, unfortunately, I'm having to swallow this one. So, I've ordered a new bumper, and that is at the paint shop at the moment, getting painted, and we're going to have to ceramic coat it, because the rest of the car's ceramic coated. However, what I'm going to do is stop this problem happening again. So, I have got a big issue with dash cam people. Could put a bleep in there and pretend I swore, but I didn't swear. So, I've always said, if you've got a dash cam, it's for one of a couple of reasons. Number one, you can't drive for toffee, because it's always that car that you're stuck behind on a country road, isn't it, with a dash camera in the window that's filming, that's doing 30 and a 60, and you daren't overtake it because it might look bad on camera. So it's usually, or in one of the instances, in my opinion, because you can't drive. The other reason is for insurance purposes, because they make you have a dash camera in there, and the final one is because you're the sort of person who likes to go on the internet and upload videos, which also happened to my good lady when she turned left where she shouldn't have turned left, and someone caught her on a dash cam and sent that footage to the police, and we got a £50 fine. So Bob's making noise in the background. We've got Bob fix it. He's on the phone. He just doesn't care that we're in a studio anymore. Anyway, so I have been given this. This is a dash camera, and this is indeed a plug. However, it was given to me by a guy that we're doing a lot of work with at the moment called Tom, who owns a company called GPS Bob. Yes, it is a plug. However, he told me that these things are absolutely mega and really, really easy to install. Ooh, it looks quite nice, actually. Yeah, that's a bit of a beast. Look at that. So it runs off the not HDMI, that goes into your OBD, and then you run it up the A-pillar and into the camera. It's meant to be a really, really simple fix. So we're going to put that in. At the same time, I need to diagnose some other issues. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making the most of the fact that my woman is currently incapacitated, I think is the correct word. She's unable to drive because she's had a pan roof job to get the boy out. It's all about the spec. This has a pan roof, by the way. However, I'm going to make the most of that, and let's try and get this car minted and right again. However, it's got an EPC warning light on it, which I think is actually quite sinister. I think it might be something to do with the turbo. That is a job for another day. Today, I'm going to bang this in, get it working, get it on standard paints, get it cleaned, and get it looking like a car again. Then we can start to look at the mechanical stuff. So, let's get a camera in. Be one of those people that you get stuck behind on a country road because it's in limp mode. Crack on. So yet again, I've done a wonderful job there fitting the camera myself. I actually wanted to do that myself. However, things move so quickly in here, I had other stuff to do. In the spirit of quality continuity, I've had a haircut, we washed the car, and I've now got toothpaste on my top because this is tomorrow. You were watching yesterday. Anyway, I'm now trying to remember where we were on this video. So first of all, before we go any further, I just wanted to say a massive, massive shout out to a load of subscribers that have been in touch on the back of another video that I did about trying desperately to buy stock online and struggling. There's an M4 in there. That's come from one of you guys. Thank you. We've got a couple of other things going on as well. Other bits that we're buying, and I'm going to take you on a road trip at the weekend, or it'll be probably out next week. Callum and I are off to Scotland to buy a car. However, it's locked, isn't it? What I need to be doing is talking you through what I've done here and how this is going to prevent incidents in the future. I'm trying to, if you follow us, you'll know that I just try and have a laugh about things. But this whole situation has quite frankly really, really irritated me. The fact that someone can manipulate and turn a situation around. I have enough of it on with business, but someone's decided to do it to my pregnant missus at the time. So he boiled my blood, and I do have his address. I'm going to do nothing. Right, let's get this sorted out. We need to do the inside of this car as well. Ideally, what I want is to get this car back to her, all lovely and clean. It's got bird poo etchings in the bonnet now because we've left it that long, which is partly my own fault, but I didn't want to rub it off because it's been ceramic coated. I didn't want to damage the coating, and now it's damaged the coating. Anyway, we're now inside my wonderful lady's car, which she likes to bounce off just about every object in West Yorkshire. It's due a few bits, so I'm going to fix it mechanically. However, I want to talk you through what we've done here because it's an existing subscriber slash now become a friend slash some bloke that we kind of can't get rid of, Tom, who's given me this, which is why it says paid promotion on it, because I told him about the situation. He said, Rob, what you want is one of my dash cams. Oh, she purrs. 1.8 TFSI, Quattro, pan roof, no heated seats. Yeah, well, can't win them all. Love it. It was stuck in stock for ages. This camera has also got lots of different things integrated into it as well. And this is going to sound like a sales pitch. And that's because it is a little bit. There's going to be a link in the comments below. If you want to buy one of these, you can do. I'm not getting paid for it, but there is a discount code. I'm basically getting a free camera out of this. So thank you, Tom, mate. I genuinely really appreciate that. But it's got various different things built into this that might be of an interest to you. Where do I possibly start? Maybe the application that you download onto your phone. This is an app called GPS Bob, and essentially what you can do is to got tracking built into the camera as well. Now this isn't a tracker, it is a tracker as a byproduct of being a camera. But what you can do is you can go into it and you can watch your camera from your phone. The reason this is good is because if your car's parked up and it has a little nudge, it will automatically record. So a little bit like a Tesla, but not quite as posh, and it will download all of that footage. There is a 128 gig memory card in there as well. That's included for free. And it will save all the data onto there as well. And it kind of continuously loops. I think it's about 28 hours worth of recording. However, where this is also good is because if you've got a child or grandchild or someone who has to have a camera because of their insurance, which it will obviously bring down your insurance if you put one in, you can track where that car is. And not only can you track where the car is, you can track how fast the car is going. So if you are a young person watching this, don't show this to your parents. If you're a parent watching this, this is something you might want to buy to put in your kid's car. Keep an eye on them. Also, it means you know where they are, not only how fast they're going, but say, for example, you're a businessman or a businesswoman or a business toaster, and you are doing lots of business and out on the road all the time, and you want to work out how many miles that you've done. This app will track how many miles that you've done, and it will split it into recreational miles and business miles. So you can go to your accountant, Bosh, this is the mileage that I have done. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's actually pretty good. I wouldn't be plugging it if I didn't think it was actually pretty good. So they are about 350 quid. So it's not a cheap camera. However, it does film in full HD, which is quite a good thing to have because you actually want to see what's happened rather than just looking it through a potato. And as part of that price, you do get 5 years worth of tracking included on it as well. So from my point of view, I genuinely feel a little bit better having this in the car and knowing that not only is something going to happen, we'll have footage of it, so this will have saved me a fortune on that bumper for a start. So it would have paid for itself straight away. Not only do I know what's going on there, but I also know what my missus is doing and where she's been and whether or not she's buying things that she shouldn't be buying or seeing her other family, which she's welcome to go and move in with, quite frankly, at the moment. She's doing my head in. However, she's a wonderful woman. So there we have it. There will be more stuff coming across from GPS Bob as well, because not only does this man do cameras, he also does full tracking equipment for cars. So it's not just, this is kind of like a, it's nice that it tracks it. He will do proper tracking stuff as well. And he's actually quite reasonably priced. You know the prices, don't you, Cal? We've been through this. You can spend a lot of money on tracking. GPS Bob, or Tom, he's pretty good. Also what he's done as well, which is why I like him, is he rented out a racetrack for us earlier on in the year, and there is some very, very questionable material coming from that. We did some races with some animals and some cars, and we are going to be dropping that soon. It's not the direction the channel is going in, but it is a little bit different, and I thought that you might appreciate it. So, a couple of things to recap. Number one, people are bastards, and they'll try and leg you up. Number two, cameras are helpful, and they're not just for people who want to load footage onto the internet and for anoraks and all the rest of it. And number three, subscribers are epic, and they offer you cars. Even though I wasn't asking for it, I was genuinely just showing you how I buy cars. So I'm really looking forward to going up to Scotland. We're buying something quite special, and I'm looking forward to hopefully sharing it with you, and I hope it's not going to be a wasted trip. Anyway, that is probably going to be the next video out. It might be 2 or 3 down the line, but it is coming. So, thank you for joining me. Buy a camera, and see you in the next one. Cheers.